Headline: Joe Biden is carrying massive personal debt as it's revealed the so-called president and wife, Jill, failed to sell books, netting zero royalties. Biden's carrying a mortgage on their Delaware home and other loans. White House released financial disclosures required by law. Now, you've told me a lot of rich people will carry a mortgage. It's a tax write-off, I guess, but not necessarily for big rich people. $50 million. And this article goes on to state that the Bidens, at the time this was taken, had $50,000 to $100,000 in stock on hand, which seems very, very low. I think there's two things that could be going on. Truly, everybody in the family is a cokehead, and they're just blowing it. Or countries have come back and said, we need our money back because you didn't do these things. Or here's what I think they're doing. There's 246 shell companies that they found now. Devin News in 246 shell companies, bank accounts. Bank accounts to these shell companies, 246 bank accounts. These guys have probably taken money knowing that there's going to be scoured and are hiding it. I mean, none of this seems straight up and down to me.
No, there's several hallmarks of fraud.
Okay.
And one of the biggest red flags that sticks out the most, and it's probably the most consistent with uncovering fraud, which is unneeded complexity, right? Like there is nothing that you would need that number of LLCs or bank accounts for other than to cover tracks. Now, the one thing I will say is I think that they did some incomplete financial analysis, because I think the Biden side of the ledger may contain the liabilities, but for the assets, you need to be looking under the big guy, right? So the big guy,
Richard Windsor, one of his fake names. Okay, got it.
Yeah, the big guy is loaded. So, I mean, to be fair to Joe, we got to look at the debts under the Biden name and then the assets under the big guy, because I think that's where all the cash is. Yeah, I think it's where all the cash is. You know, he is the big guy.
Right. That's very analogous to, hey, wait. Give the money to the girls. Don't you hand me the money.
Yeah, I don't want it.
No. So okay, let's look at Biden as a CEO. Let's say that you, Zach, are investigating a company and you're looking at parking my money there. You know, you're the fiduciary of most of my money. And let's say you're looking at parking it with your clients. And so you guys do diligence on a company and you come back and go, this CEO's got 246 bank accounts, 46 LLCs, and should have $50 million, but we can't find it. And it looks like dude has maybe 50 grand in stocks. And this is a $1 trillion company.
No, yeah, massive red flag, massive. And that, if that scenario was laid out to me, just like you just stated, that alone would keep me investing in the company until I got answers on what that
keep you from investing in the company.
Yeah. I couldn't be able to, that is too big of a mismatch. There are way too many red flags there. Unless there was some kind of explanation that went along with it, like he gave everything away to charity, or I can't imagine what that would look like. That doesn't require 246 bank accounts. So no, but if I uncovered that while researching a company, it'd be an automatic no, don't buy. 100%.
Right. And I think it would be for anybody, even looking at a hire, like if you're going to bring someone in, let's say VP finance, and this is what you're seeing, and you know that their earn rate has been X, and you can't find any of this money, I wouldn't get that. Now, maybe it's inflation.
I wouldn't hire somebody like that as an advisor for our firm. 100%. Wouldn't touch it. Just the look, like I said, maybe there's an explanation, but Occam's razor, right? Like the most logical explanation is usually the one.
Yeah.
So what would be another logical explanation for all those bank accounts? What would be a logical explanation for why a president of the United States only has assets listed like that? To that, it looks, just maybe there's an explanation, but it doesn't look good.
Right. And I was going to say, maybe it's inflation,
Yeah, but there is no inflation.
Well,
It was
no,
9% when he took over, and now he's got it down. We're killing it, man.
right. No, I was thinking actually inflation in terms of what his partners are coming back to him and saying, oh, we didn't get this or that. No, but the inflation is, and I did see Biden say this, and he got called so salty on it. I came in, inflation was 14%, and then my son Bo, who was the CEO of the country, he cut that down, then he was killed in combat. So we got it down to 3%. Got it down to 3%.